Welcome to part 4 of the Ferries scenario for Cities Skylines Mass Transit. And I thought I'd just do this as a quick update because it's taking absolutely ages, you can see here, to get to 250,000. I've just passed the halfway mark of 125,000. I've been kind of working on the city, doing a few bits and pieces. We got a little bit of a trash problem there. And I am running absolutely flat out, but I haven't built anything major. I've just been tinkering. One key point here, guys: ferries routes, getting them under railway bridges. You've got to build the ferry routes first and then do it. So if I just pause the game here, what I have to do is I'm just going to do this, and what we'll do is we'll build the ferry route up here and then see if this works. I haven't tried it, guys, so and do is we're gonna have to come in, go straight. So you're gonna have to put the ferry terminal in first, because what I was going to do is just drop a ferry terminal up here just to try and get a bit more flow going. Connect that up. I think what we can do is break this up to here. Oh, well, we created one ferry line up to here, that'd be okay. Of course, we're going to have to extend the water out here and give them a little bit of power. And what I've been doing is I actually put some bus routes down here. If I kind of show you guys, kind of click on the bus routes, you can see here I've got various bus routes now running round the core of the city, and I thought maybe just for the fun of it, kind of come like that, and we can put a bus route, say here, no, not the ferry route, bus route, and we'll kind of run a bus route around this industrial commercial area, just to encourage people to travel around here, give them a bit of momentum. And the same over here. I think we can kind of put a quick little bus route around here. I'm not the world's biggest fan of bus routes, to be honest, but I think that will work. That will get a few more people travelling. Just to show you guys, ferries, where are you? We're carrying a fair number of people, but I don't think I've got the massive density here. So we've got, maybe I disturbed the power lines there. Let's just check the power. Yeah, power's good. Water, sewage treatment's getting a bit low. We've got plenty of cash, so let's get a bit more. Oops, and we've reached Colossal City, and we can get another tile. We can get that in there. I don't think. Well, could we buy another tile? Where would I buy another tile? We could open up this area here, create some more. Yeah, let's. So we got a kind of a double-edged diamond thing going here, and we could create another mini town over here, the island in the centre there, or maybe just enjoy the view. Now these symbols here, it says not connected to lines. Now the reason it's showing this is the fact that it's connected to these two little bus lines here. So what actually happened is, despite the fact that I've got a bus station over here, it obviously allocated these bus routes here to the two bus routes that I had over here. These two. I allocated the bus routes. These must have been allocated to this terminus, but because it couldn't get to it, it wasn't connected. So what I actually had to do is build another bus terminus here to actually activate these bus routes. So obviously the allocation process must work on distance. So that's a point to remember, guys. Even though there's a road connection through here, these bus routes were allocated to this terminal, which then said that it cannot connect. So that's something worth looking at. I've got a bit of a problem here, so there's not enough buyers for our products. But you can see here, my import-export business is getting really, really big at the moment. And I'm kind of half thinking about dropping another station in up here, actually. So I think what I'm going to do is drop another station, rail station in here, and what I'm going to do is come here, and again I think what we will do is I built this with. Now this one's the opposite way round, so it's got no water. You can see here, so what we're actually going to have to do with this one is come out like this, come in like that, and upgrade this so that the vehicles come in this way and flow. So we're now going to have our second rail export link. The other interesting thing is, I don't know if these guys will actually show it, but I'm actually I've got trains exporting from here, which are then it won't do it. But I've actually got trains. Will this one do it? No, you're going out that way. You're running across there, and I've actually got trains running from this station to this station to supply goods. You can see this one. This is a passenger one. Okay, go on. Do it for me, guys. Do it for me, guys. No. Ah, bugger. It was doing it. There it goes. Oh no. It was doing it. It's sending the occasional train, so you can actually use trains to move cargoes. But then I used that on my, I think it was my tornado country scenario. And just a quick update, guys, we're now past 203,000 and we're really pushing. As I say, if I look at, show you on the traffic manager here now, our ferries are really building up now, our ferry lines. And you can see they're all whizzing around here, guys. Actually, what I'm going to do is, I haven't done this for a little while, options, gameplay, is go on to day and night cycle for a little while, just to make it a bit more interesting while I've run out the rest of this area here. And we'll keep it up on flat out because I don't want to grow the city anymore. You can see it's kind of stabilised around 38,000. As I say, we've got a few problems with abandoned buildings. I suppose we can knock them out. We don't want them lowering the tone of the neighbourhood. I mean, I must admit, I'm not min-maxing this city. I mean, I think, to be honest, I think this would have been a more challenging scenario if it had a time limit on it, guys. I think having an open-ended doing this, I can understand the thinking behind it in the sense that it makes it more of a tutorial. I mean, we could. These lakes are about. This lake is actually higher than that lake, so if we break through here, that would drain the water. We've got a power problem again, I think. Yeah, we're getting low on power. These people are very, very power hungry. Let's get some. Get these connected up. I think we can come in there. That will feed this area. Oh, I suppose because the power's gone up, so it's just getting dark over the city. It's just. So yeah, guys. Yeah, I think that's really, really cool. I think we can stay cinematic for a little while. Just have a look round. I think when you're in cinematic mode, it really makes you appreciate. Actually, let's just escape out and slow down for a while. So go back to cinematic. And ferries, have they got navigation lights? Yeah, they've actually got navigation lights. Port and starboard. Red for port, green for starboard. And quick kind of things. The name starboard comes from the starboard or steering order or from Norse Viking ships. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I think the other term was larboard, and that's in the days when ships didn't have rudders. They actually had steering oars, which were normally over the right hand side of the ship for some reason. I can't remember why. So yeah, we got the highway going off into the distance. I think really cool. I like that. I think this is. I mean, it's not my best city. You can see the lighting here. I say it's not my best thing. Oh, look at that! Oh, look, guys. Oh, that's a nice touch. We got the Aurora Borealis. So, I think it's the Aurora Borealis in the Northern Hemisphere, Northern Lights, and there's the Southern Lights. And, oh look, and even got the moon here, guys. Oh, that's cool. I like that. That might actually make the thumbnail if I can get it. Maybe with some ferries in the foreground. Yeah, I really like that. That might be the thumbnail. Yeah. Anyway, guys, let's kind of quick check. So we're up to 215,000. Let's jazz it up a bit, and we'll see if we can send it over the edge. Yeah, maybe I will. My next full-size city I build, I'll run it with the day and night cycle. I haven't used it for a long time. We've got a sanitation problem. Okay, guys, I think what I'm going to have to do here is, I think we can come across into here, and I think we're just drop that out here, and that should feed into this area. Probably a bit of traffic congestion now. Oh, I haven't really been paying attention yet. Looks like we've got a bit of a traffic problem here. Probably caused by the buses, which is one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of buses. Let's just have a quick look. What's causing the problem? Ah, traffic lights. How did you sneak into my city? Get out. Get out. It's all. I mean, it'd be nice if there was a way that you could kind of add a toggle or a default that says I want traffic lights by default, or I don't want traffic lights by default. So you're probably fine now. Yeah, this is starting to flow a bit now. So if we kind of come here, yeah, we've got a bit of a flow now. This looks like, is there traffic lights here, or is it just a bad corner? Any more traffic lights? Traffic light spotting. I suppose the easiest way. This junction is very, very busy, but I don't think it's that much of a problem. For some reason, oh, these are actually emptying now. That's down to 49%. That's down to 72%. Garbage. I'm sure these normally empty a lot quicker. Okay guys, let's just jazz it back up again. We're running, they've got another 20 odd thousand to go, and if I click here, ferries, we're doing 1,000 a week now. Let's have a quick look at the breakdown. Let's just see. Yep, you're by far my busiest route. Let's just get that out of the way. Yeah, this was the busiest route here. You carried 168 passengers up to here, and that's probably due to the fact that I've encased the university here, so that behind a district. So what's happening is people are having to kind of travel by ferry to the district. Really happy with these areas. I mean, I didn't develop them extensively, but I think it shows the principle that you can run communities in isolation as long as you make sure you put all the services in. Even this area's done really well with its small commercial area. And oh, it's getting dark again. Okay, let's just, yeah. And the sun goes down again, so another day completes in the city, Lake City. We're certainly getting a problem with educated workforce, probably because they need more people. Let's do a bit of night building. I haven't done it for a very, very long time. So let's just, I do like this building tool. I'm getting the hang of it now with the guides. I did find the guides a little bit annoying when I first started using it, purely and simply because it was just, there was like almost like there was too much information, but you can do here now, so you can do a nice, that's certainly, oh, that's 45 degrees, isn't it? That's 90. So you can get a nice, do a nice 45 degree. Again, I'm just buggering around, guys. Just connect that in there. Take that out. And you can just drop a whole bunch of that. I think we can probably just do that. And of course, it's probably going to complain because there's no water, so we better get some water across like that. And I mean, what I could do is, this has got an area here, so what we could do is like trains. I get a feeling that's, oh no, it's not the right way, it's the right way round. Why is that? Why won't that go that way? Okay, so if we can encourage it to go this way, and we'll just, nope. We'll just get a nice one-way bus route around there, just to take workers into this area. I think where I've been running at high speed, it's actually got a bit neglected, but we're now on the downhill slope, guys. Now you can see here we're pushing through. Maybe I need to. It's always the hazard. Generally, I don't like running at high speed because things will get away from you. I mean, there is a mod that actually allows you to auto-delete abandoned buildings, because the problem with abandoned buildings is that they actually reduce the value of the area. In fact, what we could do is counter that. I've seen I've hacked up a few areas here. Let's get some parks in. Yeah, that should give us a bit more upmarket demand for areas. Just keep deleting out a few of these. I mean, it's a very tedious process. As I say, there is a mod that allows you to auto-delete kind of abandoned buildings. But I'll just do this. I don't really have a lot else to do. There's not enough workers. Yes, I know, because I haven't really been working on the population here. And again, running at high speed like this. Yeah, guys, we're on the downhill slope now. I think I'll just slow it down a bit so we can kind of come in on the fly. And maybe we can back down. Oops, that's a bit too slow. And I think we can get some more high density in here. Actually, maybe we can let people live alongside the main road. And we can put a bit more up here. And we're running at 37,000, which is not bad actually, not bad. And it's setting again. The sun's setting over the city again. Actually, let's just take that off now. Take the daylight cycle off. That's it. Can be a bit tricky sometimes doing that. Let's say we've got a little bit of a disaster going here. I think probably that we've got a bit too much offices in places now. I think people want to work in offices rather than. So what we could do is remove the offices from here. One of the hazards if you build too many offices, it's very easy to get lazy and do that, but what will happen is if you build loads and loads of offices, it actually just takes away from your normal industry. So you want to be a bit careful, and I think what that will do is the office workers will now start taking up the jobs in normal industry. Here we are, guys, we're running into the end of the scenario. It's been fun to do, but my main criticism is that they haven't really balanced the population requirements. I think it would have been far better if this had been a time constrained scenario, but I can understand Colossal Order's point of view, the fact that this is really about learning how to use ferries. But I think it would have been a more fun one, a bit like Alpine Villages scenario or something like that, where you carried less people. There we are, we've won the scenario. Ferry Empire is at its height, well done. Lake dwellers can easily travel on the waters. We'll just continue playing. Yep. As I say, I think it would have been a far better scenario if, say, it would have been a population of 25,000 and, say, maybe carry 100,000 people in so many weeks, and then that would have made it a real challenge. But again, I would highly recommend this, guys, if you want to learn how to use ferries and get a feel for how ferries can be used within the environment. And it also means, I mean, I played a bit with cable cars in the traffic management scenario. The first one I played around with blimps, so I think you can play around with other forms of transport in the area there. And I think this is where I'm going to wind the video up, guys. It's been probably quite a lot longer than it should have been. Hope you've enjoyed the series, hope you found it interesting. Sorry about the end, but I couldn't see the point of showing you a blow by blow building the city up, because a lot of the time is I actually didn't do anything. I just let the city run so that the population or the number of people transported built up. I mean, that's basically what I've been doing for about the last hour. So this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.